Okay, let me show you what's happening over here at the Quilting Studio. You know, when you're at the Quilting Studio, I love to give you tips and tricks on your quilts and show you what's happening here that might be able to improve your quilting situation. Love to have you bring a quilt over here to me to help you choose a great design to put onto it. This is Debbie's quilt. She's brought it over. This is the first quilt that she's brought to me, and I am happy with it. It is just a lovely conglomeration. Let me tell you, it's called Denim and Daisies, and I think you can tell why that is. It's about 65 inches by about 75 inches approximately. The fabrics are stunning. Not only are they beautiful in color, but the quality is just magnificent, just kissable. That backing fabric, it's just so lovable right there. The design I'm putting onto it, as you can see, is my lovely citrine. It's just so feathery and soft and lovely. And I'm doing it in my Tidal blue color of thread, which just has such a soft blue cast to it right there. You can see it. Her pressing job on the back is just lovely. And so I want to tell you a tip on this one here. A lot of white. She's got a lot of white here. When you have white on your quilt, you want to make sure specifically that you have trimmed all of your loose threads on the backing. Because when you have a piece dark like this, or even another color, it doesn't even have to be super dark, and one of these stray threads runs into that white, and then I get the stitching on it because I have a lot to work out right here, then that is going to be fairly permanently encased inside of your quilt. I'm just saying you really don't want that. Friends. If you've got a white background, we want to keep it white. So that's always a great idea. Another pressing idea on white is to press toward the dark side. That way you won't have so much shadowing on your white. Now that isn't always possible because there's also conflicting ideas that you want to be pressing with your various blocks going opposite of each other so you can nest them together. So you can't always press to the dark side. That makes perfect sense. You just have to realize sometimes you're going to have some shadowing from the other whites that are going to come through in relationship to it because of the nesting option. So things to be aware of when you're doing pressing. The better pressing you do on your quilt, the better result you're going to get here. Now, something you want to remember is please press not only the underside of your quilt, under here. When you get done pressing right here, turn that sweet quilt over and give a press to the top. Because if you don't, you can have a space where the piece could be lapping over and you haven't even noticed because all you did was press on the back. Pressing on the back is great. It's certainly better than not. But when you have a piece that's been lapped over and you've already pressed it in, that means you have a crease there and my little honey can grab a hold of it and stitch that right in. So you really do want to check the top and make sure that you don't have any pieces that are pressed down inappropriately. Have a great quilting day. Bring me a quilt to the Quilting Studio. I have almost 3,000 designs and I have dozens and dozens of colors of thread to help choose the right one that's going to benefit your quilt. Because if it needs to be quilted, it needs to be quilted right.